morning, everyone. Welcome to our maths class, and hope all of you are keeping well. If you remember, last day we started trigonometry. In trigonometry, I told you that about angle, positive and negative angle, and then after we discuss about that's unit of angle, how to measure the angle, what would be the unit for the measuring an angle. And I think if you remember, we discussed about the degree measurement and radian measurement. One more measurement was there, one more unit was there, that is grade, but I said it is not in your syllabus. So we have to use two units here for measuring an angle, that is one is degree and one is radian. Radian is called circular also, and degree is called the English systems. Okay. Now here, if you remember in last class, I discussed how to convert an angle from degree to radian and from radian to degree. Both things I have discussed. Then after I told you relation between the angle sustained by an arc to the center, radius and arc length. Then after I told you yesterday only that to find the area of sector in the form of arc length and radius, that 1/2 L into R. 1/2 L into R. In the same way, I told you that's arc length is equal to angle into radius, where angle should be in radian. So I think these things were discussed, and we have done some question also in last class. And in this series now I'm going to solve some more questions from the same exercise, because in last class somehow we could solve only a few questions. That was, I think, question number 6. Till the question number 6 we have discussed. Now from the question number 7 we are having some word problem, and in this word problem again I'm repeating myself that the formula what we have learned, relation between the arc length, radius and angle sustained by an arc, and area of the sector in the form of arc length and radius. Almost all these questions what has given there, it will depend on this. Yeah, one more type of question will be there, that is to find the angle between the two hands of a clock, minute hands and hour hands. So such type of things will be there. You need not to worry about it. I'll try to touch each and everything. And even as I have done in previous chapters, that's I used to solve each and every type of the questions. So same thing I'm going to do again. And after completing this one, then definitely we will discuss about the trigonometry function. And in the first exercise of trigonometry function means I can say 3.2. The things what we had learned in class 10, almost it's like that only. In class 10th also we learn about sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So when we will discuss about 3.2, that questions are, that topic is totally depend on that the things what we had learned in class 10. Okay, and then after we will have some new thing from 3.3. Okay. So before all these things, you see that question number 6 we have done yesterday. Now question number 7, first question for today is that question number 7. It's written, will make 360 revolution. Will make 300. Okay. Will make 360 revolution in 1 minute. That is the question. In 1 minute, it's 360 revolution. Through how many radian does it turn in 1 second? First of all, we should find the number of revolution in 1 second, because it has given 360 revolution in 1 minute. Okay. So number of revolution in 1 second. For question number 7, I can say we are having a number of revolution in 1 minute, or I can say 60 seconds is equal to 360 360. Same thing will be the number of revolutions in 1 second. That is equal to 360 upon 60. That is equal to 600. When I have 6 revolution, and now the question is there in one revolution, how much it will turn? Because see, the question has given through how many radian does it turn in 1 second. So here we saw in 1 second it will turn 6 revolution. So in one revolution, how many radians will turn up? That is 2 pi. If you remember, we discussed like in one revolution that will turn up 360 degree, and 360 degree can be written as 2 pi. Am I correct? Say yes or no. So what can I write? 6 in 1 revolution, it can turn, that is equal to 2 pi radian. Therefore, in 6 revolution, it can turn, that is equal to 6 into 2 pi is equal to 12 pi radian. That is your answer. What was the question? The question has given will make 360 revolution in 1 minute. So I found one thing that will makes how many revolution in 1 second, and that we got here. That was the 6th revolution. Then after we just changed our point, and I said one thing: in 1 revolution, how many radians it can turn, and we saw that was 2 pi. So in 6 revolution, it can turn that 6 into 2 pi, that is equal to 12 pi. Hope you are getting me all, and you got this question also. Any problem is there? Now question number 8, you can see. Question number 8, 9, and then almost same question is there. Here you can see in question number 8 we have to find the angle. In question number 9 we have to find radius, and in question number 10 we have to find the arc length. Listen me. Today we learn one thing, that L is equal to theta into r, where theta should be in radian, L is arc length, theta is angle, and r is radius. Now, by using this formula, can we solve question number 8, 9, 10 up? Easily we can. Now, you may ask any one of them that question number 8, 9, or 10. First, second, third, like that. Yes, 9. You're asking 9. Find the radius of the circle in which the central angle means the angle sustained by an arc to the center. Okay, that theta is given 45 degree, and it has to be converted. That is enough for this question. Theta is given 45 degree, and it can be written as 45 into pi by 180, and it will be written as pi by 4. It will be written as pi by 4. Theta is pi by 4. Okay, and then after its arc length has given 187. L is equal to 187. R we have 1. As we move, we are having one formula. L is equal to theta into R. So R can be written as L upon theta R. Yes, and you can see L is 187 whole upon x pi by 4. When I simplify a little bit more, it is 187 into 4 upon 5. And now the value of pi we can substitute as 22 upon 7. 22 upon 7. And when I substitute here, it can be written as 187 into 4. That 22 upon 7 can be 7 upon 22. Now 11 into 2, 11 into now 2 into 2 is that. No. You may multiply 17 into 2 into 7, and that will be the radius of given circuit. And again, I am reminding to you people, many are there who are attending class without video. Please, not looking nice. That's remind every day for the same thing. Shrestha Singh, Ayush Kesarwani, Aditya Chakravarti, and then Anjali. It's not looking nice. Please, don't just give me chance to remind you every day. Okay, once it is told you to do these things, and you have to do. Now, I think till the question number 10, there will be no any problem, because already I told you what we have to use. But think about the question number 11. In question number 11, it's written, an engine is traveling along a circular railway track with a speed of 1500 meter, track of the radius 1500 meter with a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. What is the question? Let me just draw one diagram for that, and then it will be more easy for you. Actually, the question is like, what circular track is on that circular track. Suppose that it is the circular track and train engine is somewhere else, and it's given this radius of that circular track is 1500 meters. Okay. And now that engine is supposed that traveling like that, and the speed of engine has given 60 kilometers per hour. So this one is in kilometer, this is in meter. We should write that speed is equal to 60 kilometers per hour. It can be written as 60 into 5 by 18 meters per second. Am I correct? Say yes or no. Convert speed from kilometer per hour to meter per second. We used to multiply by 5 by 18. The reason is there. 1000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer. So 60 kilometer can be written as 60 into 1000, and 1 hour is equal to 36 seconds, 3600 seconds, 60 into 60. And after simplification, we'll get it. Now, you can see 6 into 3 and 6 into 2. So we are having 100 upon 3 meter per second. This is the speed of. Now, question is asking in 6 seconds. Let me see once again. Yeah, in 10 seconds. The question is that you find the angle in a degree turned by engine in 10 seconds. In starting, engine was here and it started to travel, and it reached here in 10 seconds. So that angle will turn up. I have to find this angle. So to find the angle, radius is there. If I find arc length, it means the distance traveled by that engine. What can I write? Speed into time. Say yes or no. What can I write? Say this. Distance traveled by that is equal to speed into time. I may write 100 upon 3 into 10. That is equal to 1000 upon 3. And we have got R has given. Now I am asking to you people, can we find theta or not? Yes or no? But one thing, what I want to tell you again, when we will find theta, what I am thinking, it will be coming in what I can say, radian. Is it? Because we are having one formula, na? That L is equal to theta into R, where theta should be in radian. In your question, what has asked? Find the angle in degrees. So whatever angle will come in radian, that will be converted in degrees. It's okay? Yeah, Aryan. Having any problem? Okay, unmute yourself, please.
Sir, the speed will be 50 by 3 meters second, meter per second.
Did I made any mistake here?
Yes, sir. Sir, 6 10 is 60.
Wait 1 minute. 6 into 3, 6 10. Extremely sorry. It will be 50. Here I have 500. It's okay. Anything more? Yes, it's okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, so earlier what I told you says N is equal to theta into R. So theta would be L upon R, and that is 500 upon 3, and whole upon R is 1500. When I simplify, N written as 500 upon 3 into 1 upon 1500, and that is 3, 1 upon 9 radian. 1 upon 9 radian. But we have to find angle in degree. Is it? What I am having? I am having theta is equal to 1 upon 9 radian. It can be written as 1 upon 9 into 180 upon pi degree. Say yes or no? So it is 20, either I here 20 upon pi degree, either we can leave here, or we can substitute the value of pi, that is 22 upon 7, then our angle will come in degree, minute and second. It's okay? Any problem is there? Any problem is there? Now, I'm moving for some more question here. As I told you, all these questions are totally depend on this formula only. L is equal to theta into R, where theta should be in radian. R, I can say A is equal to 1 upon 2 L into R, that area of the sector. But one question is there, you can see. That question number 2. Just I'm explaining all these questions. Question number 12 is there, and if the arcs of the same length of two circles, actually two circles are there, and arc length is same, but angles are different, then he is asking what would be the ratio of their radius. Ratio of their radius. If I'm having two circles, suppose that, and their radius I took as R1 and R2, angle is given as 65 degree and 110 degree. So definitely we can find L. L we can find arc length, and it's given both are having the same arc length. If the arc length of the same length of two circles subtended the angle. Let me draw the diagram, then it will be more easy for you. I'm having here two, I can say, circle, and their radius are different. One circle is this one, another one is this one. Now see, here I'm having center of this one, and this is R1. Wait 1 minute. Some voice are getting. Okay, please. And this one is theta 1. Then after I am having R2 and 2 and theta. Actually, theta 1 has given 65 degree. It is given 65 degree, and other one is given 110. So if it is 65 degree, I can write here theta 1 is equal to 65 into pi by 110. Can I say yes or no? And I'm not going to simplify, leave it like that, because it will be easy. Again here theta 2 is equal to I am having 110 degree. It is 110 into pi by 180 and it will converting it. It's okay. Now tell me, we are having one formula since L1 is equal to theta 1 into R1. So here I get 65 into pi by 180 into R1. This is L1. L2 is R2 into theta 2. So it can be written as R2 into pi, 110 into pi by 180. Question has given simply one thing, if both arc lengths are equal. Both arc lengths are equal. Since it is given, L1 is equal to 10. Can write here 65 into pi by 180 into R1 is equal to pi by 180. R2 into 110 into pi by 180. This one, here you can see. Now simply I have to find the ratio of the radius. I will write here R1 upon R2 is equal to 110 upon 65. And that was the reason that I said in starting no need to simplify, later it will be cancelled. And you can see your question, it's asked to find the ratio of their radii. So what can I write? R1 upon R2 is you can see by 5, it is 30 and it will so it is 22 upon 30, I can say 22 is to 30. Okay. Any problem is there? Now, some more questions are there, like you can see question number 13, it's related to clock, but I am not going to solve question number 13 because one question is there 18. Not 18. Yeah, 16. In 16, I have to find the angle between the hands of the clock at 3:30. So if I solve that question number 16, definitely question number 12, 11, 13 easily you can do. Okay. Now think about the 14. Again, I have to find the angle, means I have to find the theta in degrees, means theta will come in radian. When I use this formula, L is equal to theta into R, I'll get a theta in radian. Then after I have to convert it in degree by multiplying by 180 by pi. Okay, what is there? It's written to find the angle in degree which a pendulum swings. Its length is 50 centimeter and the tips describe an arc length. Now see, R is equal to 50 centimeter has given. Now for different part of the question, in the first part I'll take L is equal to 10, then I'll find theta. In second part I'll take L is equal to 16, then I'll find theta. In third part of the question I'll take L is equal to 26, then we have to find the theta. Now I'm asking to you, can you solve it, or I should do one part of this question? You can do. Yeah, Aditi, can you? Aditi, are you able to listen to me? Can you do it? Okay. If there is anyone who is having any problem in this question, you can raise your hand. No one is there. Now, that question number 15 is also like that. Find the length of an arc. Again, it is depend on L, theta and R. Length of arc of a circle of radius 75 centimeter. R has given. And then central angle measured 126 degree. Theta is 126 degree. It can be written as 126 degree into pi by 180. Am I correct? To convert it in radian. And when we will solve it, in last, to simplify it, we have to substitute the value of pi also. Value of pi is 22/7, but if in the question it is given, you know, you have to use 3.14 or 1416, then whatever has given, you have to use this. Okay. Now, question number 16. You see, I think all of you are knowing about the clock and clock when 3:30 and 3:30 at which place hand minute will be there and at which place our hand will be there. You are knowing very well. Listen me very carefully. Here I have a clock here, and in this one you can see I would have 12 and then after 6, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 actually. Now it is the center point and at 3:30 our inner hand should be here. Am I correct? Yeah. And our hand will be between 3 and 4. I have to find this angle. I have to find this angle. Now tell me one thing. If I am talking about the angle between the mark 3 and 6, we can find it is 90. How it will be, that's I'll explain, don't worry. Between 3 to 6, it will be 90. Or I can say that minute hand turn from 3 to 6, it is total. Suppose that one dotted line I am drawing here. Then I can say it is 90 degree. But at the same time, if suppose that this hand, our hand is there, and then in 30 minutes definitely it will turn something. So how much it will turn, that angle have to subtract from 90, then we will get angle between these two. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? So how should I write here? I write it 6. Angle torn by minutes hand if 60 minutes is equal to how much? 360 degree. Am I correct or not? 360 degree. So that will turn in 1 minute. 360 upon 60 is equal to 6 degree. Now see that two marks, 3 and 4. I think 5 minutes. No? If our minute hand will be turned from 3 to 4, 5 minutes will be turned. 12 to 1, 5 minutes. 1 to 2, 5 minutes. 2 to 3, 5 minutes. 3 to 4, 5 minutes. Okay. So that angle turned by the minute head in 5 minutes can be written as 5 into 6, that is equal to 30 degree. As I told you, from 3 to 6, that angle will be 90 degree. I told you or not? So what I can say, that angle turned by minute and between mark 3 to 6 is equal to 3 into 30, that is equal to 90 degree. Now that's minutes hand work is over. It is over. Think about the hour hand, because that hour hand is not at the place of 3, at mark of 3. It is between 3 and 4. Between 3 and 4. So we stay right here in the same way. Then that hour hand can turn on 360 degree in 12 hours. Am I correct? Am I correct? So what I can say, in 12 hours, that hours hand can turn, that is equal to 360 degree. So in 1 hour it will turn 360 upon 12, that is equal to 30 degree. Am I correct? How much it is? Half an hour. Yes, I can write in 30 minutes. It can turn, that is equal to 1 upon 2 into 30 degree, it is equal to 15 degree. So the angle between these two ends will be what? 90 minus 15. Am I correct? Am I correct? 90 minus 15, that will be your result. Anyone have any doubt here? Say yes or no. Listen now very carefully. I draw this diagram for you only. Angle between this hand and this hand, both are minute hand. If that minute hand was here at 3 o'clock and now it is at 6, so angle between them is 90. Now I said if that our minute hand is at mark of 3, then in 30 minutes how much it took? 15 degree. So from 90, 15 has to be subtracted or not. So what can I write now? Angle between both hands is equal to 90 minus 15. It is equal to 75. 75. Okay, but it is in degree. I have to find a radian. So what should I write? That is equal to 75 into 5 by 180 radian. Now you can simplify. You can simplify. I think something will be 15 into 5 will be 75 and 15 into 12. So 5 pi by 12 radian. That is the angle between both, what I can say, hands. Got it? Anyone have any problem? Now what I am thinking, after question number 16, whatever question has given, these questions are easy. Let me explain this question, then after I'll move for the next topic. 17, you can see. Question number 17 is there. The difference between two acute angle of right angle triangle. Listen me. In a right angle triangle, sum of two acute angle will be how much? 90 degree. Am I correct? And difference between them as given pi by 5 in radian. Find the angles in radian. That's I'm going to explain for you people. Listen me. If one triangle has given, if one triangle is there and it is right angle triangle, so definitely, if suppose that I am talking about this one, this is our right angle triangle, and if acute angle triangle will be taken as alpha and beta, so we know very well alpha plus beta is equal to pi by 2. This is the equation number 1. Am I correct? Am I correct? And it's given in the question since given that alpha minus beta is equal to pi by 5. It is given pi by 5. I think it is question number 18. Now I'm asking you people, after solving 1 and 2, we can't get alpha and beta. Can we get or not? Okay. I think by mistake I left here question number 17. In question number 17 also it said the circular measurement of two angles of a circular measurement means it is given in radian. Okay, circular measurements means it is given in radian and it is given 1/2 and 1/3. Find the third angle in degree. So no problem. Listen me. Sum of the angle of a triangle is 180 degree. It can be written as pi also. So, okay. If two angle has given in radian, then third angle also can be found in radian, and then after in last we will convert it in degree. That is the one option. Second option is there. If angle which has given in radian, they can convert in degree. by multiplying 180 by pi. Okay, but what I am thinking, in this case, two angle has to be converted in degree. So it's better to find the third angle in third radian, and that will be converted in degree. It will be easy for you. It's okay. Now question number 19, you can see the angle of a triangle R in AP. The angle of triangle R in AP, the greatest angle is double the least angle. Find the angles in circular measure. Okay, tell me one thing. In class 10th, it was discussed if I want to take three numbers which are in AP. So if you remember, it was told you that A minus D, A and A plus D we can take. Is it? We may take A minus D, A and A plus D. So definitely that A minus D will be the least one and A plus D will be the largest one. Is it? So one relation will be there. One relation will be there. A minus D plus A plus A plus D is equal to pi. Let me write this one. If the angles are, angles are A minus D, A and A plus D. Now they are in AP. They are in AP. First part of the question is there that least angle, sorry, that greatest angle is double the least angle. What I has given is given that greatest angle is A plus B is equal to 2 times A minus B. When I will simplify, I will get A plus B is equal to 2A minus B. Then A is equal to 3B. I am having it. Equation number 1. One more thing. Listen me, one more thing. Since the sum of the angle of a triangle is what? 180 degree. But if we want to write in radian, it can be written as pi. Is it or not? So here we should write since sum of the angle between A minus D plus A plus A plus D is equal to pi. D and D can be cancelled. 3A is equal to pi. So A is equal to, I am having now pi by 3. When I substitute the value of A, we will get D also. Is it? From 1, what can I write? From 1, that A is pi by 3 is equal to 3D. This implies that D is equal to pi by 6. After getting the value of A and D, can we find A minus D and A plus D or not? Because A already we have got. So all these three angles can be write in circular form, means in radian. Say yes or no. Okay, it would be pi by 6, pi by 3 and pi by 2. Am I correct? 30, 60 and 90. Because the difference is pi by 6 means 30. Total angle is pi by 3 means 60. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? Are you having any problem? Yes, tell me what happened.
Sir, it will be pi by 9.
Speak loudly, please.
Sir, it will be pi by 9. Sir, it will be pi by 9.
Of triangle is in AP from the point.
Sir, it is A is equal to pi by 3. So it will be, yes, sir.
Now you can substitute and you can find. It's okay. Anything more? Anything more? Now you can see last question is there. Question number 20. Again, it's a question. What I have to discuss here. Actually, we are talking about the sun here and the distance between the observer and sun has given. And angle subtended by the sun to the observer, it also has given. It's written, estimate the diameter of sun. Suppose that it sustained an angle of 32 minutes at the eye of an observer, given that the distance of the sun from the observer is 91 into 10 to the power 6 kilometer. Listen me. It is the sun. Here observer is there. And this angle is given 32 minutes. Theta is equal to 32 minutes. It can be written as 32 upon 16 degree. It can be written as 32 upon 16 into pi by 180. Then it is in degree. It is theta. Got it? Say yes or no. And this one has given, that distance has given 91 into 10 to the power 6. 91 into 10 to the power 6. It is also has given. Now get me. If I join this circle to this circle, and if I am talking about this R, listen very carefully. Actually, it is far away. In this case, that angle very will be, see, it's 32 degree, 32 minutes. So if I subtract from 180 to 30, 32 minutes from 180, it will be almost a straight line. It will be almost a straight line. And when I join in R circular form, I will get like that. So that arc length will be, I can say, equal to diameter. So here we can find L is equal to theta into R. Theta already we have got 32 upon 16 into pi by 180 into 91 into 10 to the power. Now you can simplify. You may substitute the value of theta as 22. Sorry, pi as a 22 upon 7, and you will get it. It's okay. Anyone have any other problem? No. It's only few minutes are there with us, but in these few minutes, I would like to remind you people about the things what we had learned in class 9th and 10th. If you remember, in class 10th only we learned one thing, that sine and cosec are inverse of each other. So sine theta can be written as 1 upon cosec theta, or cosec theta can be written as 1 upon sine theta. Same times we learn one thing, that sec and cos are inverse of each other. Cos theta can be written as 1 upon sec theta, and sec theta can be written as 1 upon cos theta. The same time we learn tan and cot are inverse of each other, and tan can be written as 1 upon cot, and cot can be written as 1 upon tan. All these things we are knowing and we had used also. One more thing was there. We learned that some identities, if you remember. Some identities were there. Let me write these identities for you people. And if you are knowing, it's very good. If you don't, please learn. That identity was there. First one is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. I think it is discussed in class 10 and 9. One is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, and then 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. And from there only, after transposition, we will get 1 minus cos square theta is equal to sine square theta, and 1 minus sine square theta is equal to cos square theta. Here you can see that I can write as sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1, and then sec square theta minus what can be written as tan square theta also. Here you can see I can write cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1, and then cosec square theta minus 1 is equal to cot square theta. Whatever I have written here, it is from transposition only. The main formula is sin square plus cos square is equal to 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. That much only. These are the main formula. And now next exercise, as I told you, the next exercise totally depend on this one only. And one more thing, if you remember, it was discussed there. If somewhere I am having sin minus theta, it's getting minus sin theta. If somewhere I am having tan minus theta, I can write it minus tan theta. If I am having cot minus theta, I can write minus cot theta. If I am having cosec minus theta, it can be written as minus cosec theta. But if I am talking about cos minus theta and sec minus theta, it will be cos theta and it will be sec theta. It will be sec theta. And there are reasons, I can say. The first reason is that quadrant concept, what I will discuss in next one. Second one, very simply, I want to tell you. As I told you, that's now we are discussing about the circular angle. So if I am talking about the circle which radius is 1, and we are taking something here. Here I took a point A and B, radius as I told you 1. So this one you can see. If I am talking about this angle, this will be the positive. But when I will discuss about this angle here, it will be the negative. It can be written as minus theta. It can be written as minus theta. And this point is can be written as A and minus B. Is it or not? If I draw a perpendicular here, so that would be A and that would be minus B. Now, hypotenuse will be what? Under root A square plus B square. Say yes or no. So when we will write sin minus theta, it can be written as minus B upon under root A square plus B square. If I remove that sign, so sin theta would be B upon under root A square plus B square. That's why this one can be written as minus sin theta. Not getting? Getting or not getting? Are you not got? Okay, listen here. When we are doing something in a hurry, then we always see. This one can be A and it is B or not. By using Pythagoras, it will be under root A square plus B square, and this is also under root A square plus B square. If I write here sin theta, it can be written as B upon under root A square plus B square, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. But if I write sin minus theta, it is minus B upon under root A square plus B square. Am I correct? So this one can be written as sin theta or not. So we are having now sin minus theta is equal to minus sin theta. Same thing will happen with tan also, but for cos, when we will discuss about cos theta, it would be A upon under root A square plus B square. Is it? If I have cos minus theta, again A is positive only, so I am having A upon under root A square plus B square. Both are same. Cos minus theta can be written as cos theta or not. Okay, you are getting me. And with the help of same thing, we will discuss one more point after this exercise, that quadrant concept. In quadrant concept also, I will tell you that in fourth quadrant, cos and sec will be positive. Cos and sec will be positive. So that's I'll discuss later on. Okay. But for today, just I'm going to start today's class. But I discussed this formula because of this purpose only. In 3.2, at least question has given 1 to 8, that's short answer 1. Already we have done in class 10. So you please try to solve this question, and before starting class next day, first I'll ask you people, are you having any problem till 8 or not? And then after I'll do some more question. Almost each type of the question we have done in class 10. So you please try to do, and wherever problem is there, I'll solve. Okay? Any problem is there? Anyone have any doubt? Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. Someone said, sir, how do we have complete the copies and which? So I'm not getting which chapter. You are just started chapter number 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, then first, second, and third. You can do like that. No problem is there. It's okay. Anything more? Thank you. Have a good day.